Good morning, students. Today it's our sixth lecture of light. Okay, so we just be discussed about yesterday. We discussed about the regular and irregular reflection. Means irregular reflection is also be known as diffused reflection, and also we have discussed about the formation of an image by a plane mirror, in which one important definition we have studied that lateral inversion. Okay, lateral inversion, the left seems to be right and the right seems to be left. Even I am just be given you one example that the ambulance is written on a van of ambulance. Okay, so that was an example of a lateral inversion, a mirror image. Okay, now today we have discussed about the types of the object. Okay, there are two types of the object: luminous object and illuminated object. First is your luminous object. The object which emits their own light are known as luminous object. Okay, it means if any of the object is having their own light, and only the objects emit their own light. For example, sun is having their own light. Even we know that we have just be tell that the sun is the major source of energy. So sun, a fire, a flame, all these are the luminous objects which emit their own light. Okay, next one is the illuminated object. Illuminated object means the object which shines in the light of the other's object. Means they have to be depend upon the lights of the other object. They doesn't emit their own light because they don't have their own light. They will be shine due to the light carried by the other object. So the objects which shine in the lights of the other object are called illuminated objects. It will also be known as non-luminous object. Okay, non-luminous object. So the luminous object are those which have emit their own light. Luminous object, for example, sun and fire, etc. Illuminated object, or we can say non-luminous objects, the objects which shine in the light of the other objects are called illuminated object. For example, moon. We know it very well that moon doesn't have its own light. Then also it was shining. How? It will be take the light from the sun, and then only it will be shine and just be reflect the light, because the light carried by the moon, it's not be its own. It was just be taken the light from the sun. It means moon is the dependent object. It depends upon the light of the sun. Okay, so this is about the illuminated or non-luminous object. Now, reflected light can be reflected again. Does it happens that any of the reflected light can be again reflected? Okay, just to understand about this sentence, today I will just explain you one experiment or one instrument in which this thing is be followed. That is periscope, and you know it very well. You have already discussed, you have already studied about periscope in your previous class. Again, in this 8th standard syllabus, periscope is there. So let's start about the periscope. Periscope, it is an instrument for observation over, around, or through an object, obstacle, or conditions that prevents direct line of sight observations from an observer's current positions. Okay, means suppose that this definition is just be clear about the submarines. Submarines or tank. Submarines which navy soldiers are used just deep inside the river. Okay, and if they want to be look outside, the what is happening around or outside, they are just be use a periscope. Okay, in periscope, two mirrors are just be kept at an angle of 45 degree, and as the light enters from the one end, it will be incident on one mirror and reflected. This reflected ray again incident on the second mirror and again reflected and come across to us. Due to this, we can easily see the object which is outside the submarine or which is not be able to see with our naked eyes easily. Okay, so periscope is a device which makes our work easier to see the object if any of the obstacle or any of the conditions are there. To prevent that, it will easily make us to see the object from our current position. Okay, so it is used in submarines, tank, and also by the soldiers in a bunkers to see things outside. Now we can just be understand this periscope with an activity, and even that activity you may perform at your home also. So let's start to understand periscope. watching this activity, I hope you are be able to make a periscope at your home also. Okay, you can easily make a periscope, an instrument at your home only. So just try to make this periscope, this instrument, and if you are able to make it, just take a clip of this, take an image of this periscope and send to me, okay, through this app. Now today's homework: differentiate between luminous and non-luminous object with two examples of each. You have to be differentiate between the luminous and non-luminous object, and you have to be give two examples of each of the object. Second one is perform this activity. Which activity? Periscope at your home. Okay, but if possible only. If it is possible, you having a cardboard, you having a mirror, you having a Fevicol, each and everything at your home, then you can easily perform this activity at your home. If you don't have all these types of the materials, no need to pressurize your parents. Okay, you have to be stay at your home only. If you're having all these materials, then only you have to perform this activity easily. Clear? At what angle does the mirrors kept in a periscope? You have to be tell me that at what angles the two mirrors are kept in a periscope. There is a particular angle by which it will be kept in a periscope instrument. Clear? So you have to be do your this homework at your in your notebook and submit your assignment in the submission portal. Clear? Thank you.